Welcome to another epic Yu-Gi-Oh deck guide. Today, we're diving into one of the most explosive Synchro decks in the game, none other than the Red Dragon Archfiend. Red Dragon Archfiend is a powerful lineup of Dark Dragon Synchro monsters and Fiend-type tuners known as Resonators. It's all about climbing into massive Synchro bosses that wipe boards and deal serious damage. With the help of the Crimson King structure deck, this archetype gets fast, consistent plays every duel. So if you're looking for a deck that synchro summons like crazy and dominates the field with heavy-hitting dragons, Red Dragon Archfiend is the deck for you. First, let's start breaking down the monster lineup. Soul Resonator is your best combo starter and your top normal summon in the deck. It lets you special summon any level 4 or lower fiend straight from the deck, and also searches a spell/trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend. Always use this to grab Bone Archfiend for easy synchro plays or as bait to force hand traps early. It also protects your synchro monsters by banishing itself from the GY. Crimson Resonator is your main way to swarm the field with more Resonators. It can special summon itself if you control no other monsters, and if you control just a Dark Dragon Synchro, it brings out 2 more Resonators from the deck. This is your key extender for climbing into your boss monsters like Red Supernova Dragon. Vision Resonator is your free level 2 tuner if there's a level 5 or higher dark monster on the field. It can also search any spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend when sent to the GY. Use this as discard fodder or mill it with Foolish Burial to grab Crimson Gaia fast. Bone Archfiend is your level 4 extender and the best tag team partner with Soul Resonator. It can special summon itself by sending 1 card from your hand or field to the GY, and also sets up GY plays by milling a tuner. You can dump Crimson Resonator to revive it with Red Rising Dragon or mill Vision Resonator to get a search. Synchron Resonator is your recycler and free body for synchro climbing. It special summons itself from the hand when a synchro monster is on the field, and adds a Resonator from GY to hand when sent from field to GY. Use this to grab back Vision or Soul Resonator for future turns, or extend combos with Red Rising Dragon. Red Resonator is your backup normal summon when you don't have Crimson or Soul. It brings out another monster when normal summoned, and also recovers LP when special summoned. Use it to summon Witch of the Black Forest or pair with Crimson Resonator to climb into Crystron Helkifabrax. Chain Resonator is your situational extender that works best with Red Rising Dragon. It special summons another Resonator from deck when a Synchro Dragon is on field and it's normal summoned. Use this when you can special summon it without using your normal summon, like with Wandering King Wildwind. Mirror Resonator is your go-second extender that works if your opponent has an extra deck monster. It can special summon itself from hand or GY under those conditions. Works great with Bone Archfiend to synchro into Red Rising Dragon even on turn 2. Now, let's move on to the spells and traps. Resonator Call is your most consistent searcher in the deck. It lets you add any Resonator monster from your deck to your hand, and it's not once per turn. You can chain multiple copies in one turn to grab key starters like Crimson Resonator or Red Resonator, or use it to bait out Ash Blossom if you already have your combo piece. Crimson Gaia is your all-around support piece that boosts consistency, follow-up, and even board wipes. It can search Soul Resonator or other key cards like Fiendish Golem or Red Zone, and revives Red Dragon Archfiend monsters when something is destroyed. It combos perfectly with Red Zone for a grindy setup. Just attack with Red Dragon Archfiend while this is on board to flip all opposing monsters face down and wipe the board. Small World is your flexible bridge searcher that can grab almost anything in your deck. It lets you reveal a card in hand, reveal a similar card from your deck, then banish both to add a third card that shares 1 stat with a second. Practice using bridges with this card. It's a powerful way to find Crimson Resonator or other combo starters while reducing bricks. Foolish Burial is your setup tool and a must-have extender. It lets you send any monster from your deck to the GY, great for setting up combos or recovering after interruptions. You'll usually send Bone Archfiend if Soul Resonator gets negated, or send Vision Resonator to get Crimson Gaia. Red Rain is your powerful protection and board wipe trap for your Dark Dragon Synchro monsters. It banishes all other cards on the field and makes your highest level Synchro monster unaffected for the rest of the turn. You can discard it early if you're using Dawn and Duskwalker engines, since it recycles itself when you summon a Dark Dragon Synchro. Red Zone is your continuous trap that works amazingly with Crimson Gaia. It lets you destroy cards if you control the right monsters, and it can revive banished Dark Dragon Synchros like Red Supernova Dragon. You can activate this in response to your opponent's effects and immediately pop a card if you meet the condition. It's also great for recycling plays with obsessive yugioh. Fiendish Golem is your searchable trap for interruption via Crimson Gaia. It simply banishes a monster temporarily, great for disrupting combos or dodging targeting effects on your own monsters. Perfect to set when you have Bestial Dissipator on the field to trigger its negate, or to respond to Max C when Bone Archfiend is summoned. And last but not the least, let's move on to the extra deck. Red Dragon Archfiend is your main boss and the centerpiece of the entire deck. It lets you destroy all of your opponent's defense position monsters. You can summon this easily with how many tuners and non-tuners the deck can put on board, and it becomes a real threat when paired with cards like Scarlight for clearing attack position monsters. Red Rising Dragon is your combo starter and one of the most important extenders. It revives a Resonator from your GY when Synchro summoned, usually Crimson Resonator, to extend your plays. You'll summon it almost every game to keep your combos going, and it sets up more Synchro climbing. Scarred Dragon Archfiend is your extender and combo piece. It lets you special summon Red Dragon Archfiend when sent from the field to the GY, and counts as a proper Synchro summon. You can use it to make bigger Synchros that need a Synchro monster as material, and it also destroys all attack position monsters when summoned. Red Nova Dragon is your huge ATK boost beater. It gains ATK equal to the total ATK of all tuners in your GY and can negate attacks by banishing itself temporarily. It's great for game finishing pushes or surviving big boards. Red Supernova Dragon is your final boss monster with massive stats and board wiping power. It banishes all your opponent's monsters when they activate a card or declare an attack, and it comes back during your next end phase if banished by its own effect. Starts at 5,500 ATK and grows stronger with each tuner in your GY. Use it alongside Red Zone to double board wipe. Bestial Dissipator is your all-around control tool. It lets you special summon a banished light or dark monster, and it can negate effects or destroy cards by shuffling a banished card back to the deck. Works great with Bestials and obsessive yugioh for looping Synchro monsters. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane is your main recovery tool. It lets you revive any Red Dragon Archfiend monster from your GY by tributing a monster. It's great for extending your plays or pushing for lethal when your opponent's field is clear. However, it's not ideal on its own without good follow-up in the GY. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss is your main negate and one of your best boss monsters. It can negate any card's effect as a quick effect, even spells and traps, and can revive a tuner monster every turn. It's great for offense and defense, and helps you climb into even bigger Synchro plays. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity is your total lockdown card. It stops your opponent from activating any cards or effects the moment it's Synchro summoned. It's basically a turn skip if you can bring it out. However, it is currently banned in the TCG, OCG, and Master Duel. And Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend is your burn finisher and backup boss. It destroys all special summoned effect monsters with equal or less ATK than itself, then burns your opponent for 500 for each one. Its name also becomes Red Dragon Archfiend on field and GY, making it useful for enabling other effects. The main goal of RDA is to flood the field with powerful Synchro monsters and wipe out your opponent's monsters using burn damage and destruction effects. You want to Synchro climb fast, clear the board, and swing in for game using your big dragons. You need starting cards like Soul Resonator, Crimson Resonator, and Resonator Call to begin your plays. These let you special summon and search key tuners, making it easy to go into your first Synchro monster. You also need to set up your GY with Fiend monsters or Resonators for cards like Crimson Gaia to revive or search your pieces. In addition, cards like Synchron Resonator help recycle tuners back from the GY for even more Synchro summons. To secure your board, go for Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss for monster negates or Red Supernova Dragon for massive banish interruption. You can also aim for Bestial Dissipator to desperately shut down your opponent's turn. However, RDA also has its weaknesses. RDA is weak against decks like Flunderies, which don't rely on the GY and can banish your monsters easily. Exosisters can punish you for using the GY, while Labyrinth can outgrind you with traps. Dragon Link can combo through your plays and outpace your boss monsters. RDA is also weak against cards like Dimension Shifter, which completely blocks your GY plays. Droll Lockbird shuts down your search-heavy turns, especially when using Resonator Call and Crimson Gaia. Lava Golem or other kaiju cards can remove your boss monsters easily without targeting. Dark Ruler No More shuts down all your monster effects during your opponent's turn, and Nibiru can blow out your entire Synchro chain if you overextend too much. To deal with these threats, you can tech in cards like Called by the Grave or Crossout Designator to stop hand traps. Red Rain can protect your Synchro monsters and clear smaller threats. Run back row removal like Cosmic Cyclone and Twin Twisters to deal with floodgates. Use trap cards like Solemn Strike to stop Lava Golem or Kaiju drops. And most importantly, try to end on at least one negate like Hot RDA Abyss and Dissipator to avoid full turn shutdowns. To end the duel, use your big dragons to wipe the board and swing for game. Cards like Red Supernova Dragon and Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend can clear everything and leave your opponent with nothing to defend. Just make sure you've played around Disruption. If you can avoid getting countered, you're gonna assure your flawless victory. Therefore, Red Dragon Archfiend is a high-risk, high-reward Synchro deck that can explode into huge plays and dominate the board with massive Dark Dragons. If you enjoy Synchro summoning, explosive combos, and burning your opponent to ashes, then this deck is your perfect match. So check out this amazing deck and start competing online or even in real tournaments. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.